What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Xman Co. Today we're going to make the most amazing chicken burgers, but Co style. So if you want to see how we do that, stay tuned. First order of business is introducing you to all our wonderful ingredients. We've got some pickles over here, breadcrumbs, tomato, onion, cheese, you always need cheese for a burger, butter, no burger is complete without butter, mayonnaise, mustard, milk, a selection of spices, all will be down in the description below, then egg, and the star of the show, obviously our chicken. So first of all guys, we're going to prepare our chicken. That's going to be minced in our mincer, so we want to cut that in small cubes, about 2 centimeters wide, because you want that to fit through the tunnel of the grinder. So we're going to start with the chicken, because remember you want to rest that in the freezer for about 40 minutes, because you don't want the chicken to just crumble in your hands while you prepare it for the fire. Now guys, for the fun and wild part, mincing the meat. You only want to put it through your mincer once, because you don't want it to be too fine and just ruin the entire burger. Our chicken has been ground, so now it's time for spices. There's nothing worse than having a bland piece of meat. So, spices is key. We're going to use a selection of paprika, salt, ground pepper, and rosemary olive spice. You want to mix your spices nicely together, then it's time for the egg. As Xman always says, you don't want to compact it, just use your fingers in a circular motion. On to the next step. Time to shape your patties. You want to make all of your patties more or less the same size, because consistency is key. You can decide what size you want your patty. Remember, don't go too big, because you want the burger to fit into your mouth. We used about 5 breasts. They were smallish, so this will give you about 4 patties for everyone to have an idea of what we're working with. The reason you want to freeze this, because as you can see, it just breaks apart in your hand if you try to handle it. You want this to be more stiff for it to be easier to manage in the next step. Therefore, we're putting this in the freezer for 40 minutes. See you in a bit. No burger is complete without a garnish. Our garnish is going to be a delicious, full of flavor sauce with a twist. Our twist is going to be a crunchy element. So in order to do that, we're going to start off by cutting half an onion in small little cubes. You want to cut your onion in thin slices, then turn it 90 degrees and cut it again. We're using 3 tablespoons mayonnaise. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon mustard, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, half a diced onion. Now you just mix all of that nicely together. Make sure it's well mixed. Now for our milk and egg mix. First we're going to add half a cup of milk, 1 egg, then we're going to add a selection of spices which include a boerewors spice, worcestershire spice, rosemary and olive spice, and of course some salt. Now just give that a gentle mix. It's almost time to take the patties out of the freezer, so let's sort out all our toppings. We're going to start off by slicing our tomato in thin slices. You don't want it too thick because it shouldn't overpower your dish. Next we're going to move to our gherkins, exactly the same, thin slices, and that's going to be perfect. We want to prepare our buns in advance as well, because we don't want to run around with that right at the end when everything's getting together. We're going to start off by cutting these buns in half, then buttering the bread. The alternative is you can leave the butter, and when you put it on the grill to toast your buns, you can put your butter straight onto your skillet and immediately put your bun on that. But we prefer buttering it in advance. Guys, we are so close to the finish line. The chicken just came out of the freezer after resting in the freezer for 40 minutes. Now it's time to roll the chicken into our milk and egg mixture, then straight into the breadcrumbs, place it on a plate, and we're ready for the next step. Guys, you want to heat up your oil to 180 degrees Celsius. That's the perfect temperature to deep fry these chicken patties. A good rule of thumb is, by the time your patty is golden brown on both sides, the chicken should be done. But if you want to measure the temperature, you're looking for 165 degrees Fahrenheit internal temp. Give that a few minutes and then you just turn it over and let it complete the process. Right guys, it's finally time to build our delicious burgers. We've been waiting for quite a while, so the anticipation is high. We're going to start off with the amazing garnish we made earlier. You just want to put a spoonful of that onto each burger. Make sure you spread it out nicely. You don't want all of it in one spot. Then it's time for the burger patties. Put one on each of the burgers. That's going to be amazing. On top of that, we're going to put a few slices of our gherkins. That's going to bring a tanginess to this burger, and that's going to complement this entire dish. Now it's time for these slices of tomato. Then it's time for these hats. Each burger gets its own hat. Guys, for the best moment of the entire video, obviously the tasting part. I can't wait to dig into this, so let's get this going. Have a look at that, guys. This looks absolutely divine. The moment of truth. This is good. This might be one of my new favorite burgers. But before I decide, I think we need to get Xman's approval on this as well. So, Xman, there's a burger for you. That looks like a thumbs up to me. I think that's approved. Guys, you have to go and try this out. You don't want to miss out on this one. Guys, you know the story. If you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe. Enable those notifications so you get notified as soon as we upload new videos. See you on the next one.